it's an aesthetic. They don't
Oh, we're
got.
supposed to have glasses with our Duce. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just being bougie, but we are taking
Okay.
shots though. So
Of course, the woman come prepared.
I bought the candy cane for the holiday.
you feel
Okay.
the little candy cane.
Oh, wow, Ab. Okay.
You see me? I'm grown out here, sis.
You're glowing and glowing.
But we're gonna get right into that first topic. We are going to break down the top 5 movies, TV shows, albums, and viral moments of 2020. So let's start off with the albums because we know we're going to take a little while for the movies and the TVs considering production was shut down all year. So top 5 albums starting with number 5. I'll start. Okay.
Here we go.
My 5th choice is WizKid's Made in Lagos.
Oh.
That album made it to my replay count and it just came out, so that tells a lot. Watch it.
All right, so I'll go next. For number 5, I have Bryson Tiller's Anniversary. I know that might shock a couple people, but I think I put it there honestly because the bottom half of that project is like crazy to me. Like I think he started slow, but he just caught a win at like track number 4 and just took off. And I think it's important to know that we fell in love with Bryson Tiller because of Trap Soul, and a lot of these songs that are on that album are from the Trap Soul sessions. They're just 5 years old, so he just put a couple tweaks on there, added Drake on the feature, and I think he got a pretty solid. As far as favoritism, he's number 4.
Okay, that's interesting. What about you, Julius?
You know, there weren't many albums out, but there were some good albums. I am going to just have to put it out there. I'm going to say Pray for Paris by West Side Gun. That was an incredible album. The Rapidy Rappers are here and they are taking over. And the production was excellent. And the features were really, really impressive.
Okay. What about you, Sassy?
My top 5, my number 5 album, it was fairly new. It wasn't my favorite album, but I put it in the top 5 because I had very minimal albums that I actually enjoyed this year. So I'm gonna give it to Megan Thee Stallion, Good News.
Okay.
Wow, girl. I'ma just say it, okay? And I'm a hot girl, all right? I'm gonna put that out there. Now, you my witness. You saw me at that first hottie party. I knew all the words verbatim and the shit just came out. You feel me? And I'm Aquarius as well. The album was trash.
Wow.
I don't know if I was listening to it with New York ears or what, but it was not her best. It was oversampled. I would have liked for her to showcase more versatility and vulnerability. You know, she's been through a lot the past 2 years. So for her to still be talking about fucking your daddy and going to the mall and chewing on your pussy, it's crazy to me. Like,
she is overdoing it with it, but I do feel like we didn't get anything from Cardi. We didn't get anything from the leading female rappers right now. Much, I would say, as far as album wise. Of course, we know Mulatto and all these girls are doing their little thing, but I that's why I put her in 5. And I put the disclaimer out there. It wasn't the best project of hers of mine, but I'll still put her in the top 5.
Yeah, if we was doing like top 10, I probably would have put Mulatto's Queen of the South in there, but nah.
Yeah, Mulatto, I like her.
Yeah, I fucks with her.
I like her a lot.
So my 4th pick, moving on to number 4, would be Savage Mode 2 with Metro Boomin and 21. That album was very, like, you know, sequels usually don't live up to the original project. So I was very pleased with that project overall. You know, it had that narration from Samuel L. Jackson that was legendary. A lot of good, solid.
Oh no, it was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, one of the old heads, one of the old heads. You know what I'm talking about. I already started sipping So, yeah, that was my number 4 pick.
All right. Well, for me, I picked the Woo, Mr. Pop Smoke. Shoot
You
for
put
the.
that at number 4?
I'm just gotta keep it honest. I love what
Is it because they choose your cover?
Loki.
Oh, you did have a cover that you submitted amongst the millions.
Wow.
Your opinion is biased.
No. I
That's
love the project. I just felt like Pop wasn't there to make it as great as it could have been. So it's all about the experience too. Like what they did for him not being here and being able to put that great album together. I'm proud of them for that. It's just he wasn't here to witness it. He wasn't here to at least pop up, do a video here or there. He wasn't here to like really hammer it home. But I put it number 4 because I think it was really good. It was really well put together. And I'm just proud of Pop and his progression as an artist. And I just wish he was here to experience it.
Yeah.
I am going to go with Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof. Like I said before,
always want some next shit.
Rapidy rap rappers are back. Burden of Proof is amazing. The rollout for it was crazy. Hit Boy production, like even made it like way better because you barely hear like rapidy rappers on like a 2020 beat. So it was great to hear them mesh together. Benny's had like an incredible year, so that's my number 4 pick.
Okay. What about you, Mal?
Just because y'all waited too. Lil Durk, I actually liked his project. And I only like it because I've been in enough little trap cars this year where it was moving. If I had to choose it myself, I probably wouldn't even heard anything from his album, but I thought it was pretty decent. Definitely better than Make It.
Yeah. And Lil Durk's glow up this year was crazy, son.
Fire.
We watched it mud. Like he's really getting his
A little late last.
Bring back to the hood. Around Drakes.
Yo, Deadass has been a long time coming. Like I'm really happy for him. So moving on to the third pick, I have to go with Tiana Taylor's The Album.
I'm so glad I didn't put Tiana on my list.
That album,
I like that.
I love the song with her and Quavo. I love the whole album.
I remember that. You was the first person. Yeah.
Yeah, that album, like that's why I was mad, low-key disappointed when she said she was gonna retire. But I get it, because now learning the ins and outs of the game, I know how the labels could be on some fuck shit. And she's at Def Jam, so Lord knows like what she's going through. So I hope I hope that's not the end, but if it is, the album would satisfy me if that is the end of the chapter for her.
Also, Tiana. My number 3 is actually Eb's number 5. I put Savage Mode 2 at 3 for me. I was proud of 21 coming back after that hiatus, after all he'd been through, with the legal issues and deportation and all that. I was glad that he got back with Metro, and they added that, that Morgan Freeman spice to it. Like I never expected that from 21. Even though I always respected him and his music, they took that to another level. That was cinematic. That was like perfect. So I'll give him my number 3.
For me, I am going with Flo Millie's. Ho, glad you here.
Hey, that is my shit.
Flo Millie, I'm a Flo militant. That album was incredible from start to finish. Not only was it incredible, but the production was, every single beat was amazing. It was flawless. That is a flawless, perfect album, a flawless, perfect debut album. And she held it on, or she held it together by herself with no features, no help. So that is extremely incredible. And I feel like if this pandemic wasn't happening, she would possibly have a Grammy nominated album, because not only do you like every single album bumps, there's not a downfall. It literally just goes, it starts up and it stays up. That was an incredible album by that young woman, and she's young, so her next album, like I if it really hits, it's going to be not only better than this one, but it's going to be possibly one of the best that year.
What's your favorite track on the project?
Oh man.
Mine is May
Okay.
I.
Okay. Yeah. May kick it for
Feel
the
the
energy
boogie.
and woo, that yo is like amazing. She does her homework. She
Yeah.
knows she studied, and you can tell everything about her. That's why I ride for her.
Period. What about you, Mal?
Little Baby, My Turn. I think Little Baby, I don't know. Prior to 2020, like Little Babies and the Babies and all these rappers, I never really were able to distinguish between them. Like, I mean, voice wise, yes. But again, I think quarantine and being with those close knit friends where you're kind of like on the road to this quick one or two drop off and then you're just listening to it and it's like, oh, Little Baby is actually dope. Okay, like him. So Little Baby's good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's still taking me a little time, but I do respect him. Now, I respect him and I understand the hype, but personally, I can't get jiggy with that.
With Little
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I think somebody OD'd recently. I forgot who it was on social media that was like, "Oh, Little Baby's like the Jay-Z of blah blah blah." I'm like, "All right, you're dragging
Excuse me.
it."
What?
Yeah, I forgot. It was like a female influencer or rapper or something. She's like, "That's my Jay-Z," and I'm like, "We're not gonna take it all the way there."
Yeah.
But I like him. I
Now,
like him.
I like him and I understand exactly what's going on. And I do think he's going to be one of the leaders of the rap game, like, in the coming years. But personally,
I like the little project he also did, following like the George Floyd stuff and the racial
That
riots.
was so performative. Oh my God, I actually hated that.
No,
Are
I
you
like it
serious?
because yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
bigger
think
than black and white.
he used his influence to push an initiative. I think a lot of artists did not do that, and this was
I
one of.
believe. I
And
agree.
and then in his GQ interview said he's never doing that again.
Yeah.
So
Well, that
what was the point? It's just is it Uchiwali or is it one mic?
He
Like
came from a genuine place. He did come from a genuine place. That's what I believe. And you don't realize the pressure of
mhm.
social justice until you're in it. So I understand it. I do.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. All right. So moving on to the second top album of the year. My choice would be Big Poppy Lokesta. Shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. A lot of people were like, oh, now Pop Smoke has the best album of the year just because he died. Nah, actually, he showed growth before he died. And it just
He
so
did.
happened that he died. And this is better than anything he has ever released before that. And
Hmm.
on top of that, I'm from Flatbush. Well, he's not from Flatbush, but Brooklyn. I'm Panamanian, so I got to root for him.
I respect it. Can't be mad at that. For me, back in my R&B bag, my number 2 album of the year is Brent Faiyaz's "Fuck the World."
That came out this year?
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't put it because I thought it was 2019.
That was the problem with this year, is that we lost sight of time. Like we lost.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's to the point where I forgot certain shows and certain movies and certain music came out this year. But I'm like, nah, Brent definitely came out this year. It was probably my favorite R&B project of the year. I love R&B. Everybody knows that. I just love the way that he also came from being quiet for a little while and just hit us over the head with a calm, short, quick, straight to the point, toxic, melodic records.
Heavy on Toxic.
Right, he fools a lot of people because he sounds so angelic, but he's talking that shit. So I definitely had to give him my number 2 spot because he was my most enjoyable R&B project this year that came out.
I am going to go with "From a King to a God" by Conway the Machine. Of course, that album was incredible from top to bottom. That album was crazy. The production was fire. Like to hear Conway's progress as a rapper, to hear his progress in flow is just so cool, amazing. I say Method Man had one of the best verses, rap verses this year. Um, yeah, this was incredible by Conway, the Machine. Of course, I have to say this again. Rappity rap rappers are back, and it just so happens that three are like Griselda. Phenomenal a year by Griselda. They literally have like, you can debate it, top 10 albums of the year, and it's three of them. I think that says a lot.
My number two album. Okay. So I didn't know if I could put something from 2019 that kind of like trickled in towards the end of the year because we really don't really enjoy it until 2020. Yeah. Although the album did not come out in December, if there's any album that I still have on repeat, and I know y'all probably gonna rinse me for this one, is Summer Walker's Over It. I still have that on repeat.
That is well in 2019, sis.
I know, but I wanted a singer. So The Weeknd, for me, his album was pretty cool. After Hours, I think The Weeknd did really good with After Hours, but I feel like a female R&B artist, I'm still gonna give it to Summer Walker. Sorry guys, I know it's 2020, but I'm still in 2019.
I like The Weeknd before he started showing his face and stuff, and showing his anti-blackness and stuff. So like, I can't really rock with him. I know the sales were pretty good, and he has like he appeals to multiple demographics, so he's always gonna sell. So shout outs to The Weeknd, and the music was good. What I heard was definitely lit. But am I standing for him still? Definitely not.
I feel the same about. I actually feel the same way about Doja Cat because I really like her music. But after her comments, it's like her music just doesn't sound the same now. I just can't. I don't know. I can't get jiggy with it.
I feel you though. She was in them group chat showing feet and shit. I don't know. Like it was a little weird. It was weird. So
yeah.
I don't know. I be trying to not get too involved with that type of stuff because then if that's the case, if we're going to cancel anybody, we just got to start from scratch because a lot of our faves done did shit that's worth getting canceled before the internet.
Absolutely. I don't think she should be canceled, but for me personally, I don't know. Her remarks or just the past videos that they dug up, it was a little distasteful. So hearing the same music is just not the same.
I know what you mean, though. I kind of slightly feel like that about Megan. That's my sis. I want the best for her. It's just like I like remember after Chris Brown and Rihanna, you could not see Rihanna without thinking about Chris. Yeah, and she had to just do a complete rebrand and cut her hair off and do the good girl going bad. I just feel like it's a lot of goofy things that went on the internet before Megan got that opportunity to just really
Is Ebony lagging or is it just me?
It's just you.
It's you.
Nah, it's you lagging, sis.
The technology, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you feel me?
You'll never rising.
Where are you guys?
I think you back, sis.
We see you.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking for you. I'm like, what happened?
We see you.
Y'all can see
me?
Yeah. You'll never rising.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Because I was like, Ebony's lagging.
But yeah, I kind of feel like that about Meg. I feel like Meg need to take a little time, like what Nicki do. Anytime Nicki do something and the internet's on her ass, she go quiet for a bit and then come back, post a fire picture, looking all nice, dropping
everybody forgets.
Something, and everybody forgets.
Yep.
Megan just need to do that. So, moving on to the top album of the year, number 1. Drum rolls. My pick has to go to, and I couldn't even deny it after looking at my Apple replay. I listened to like 30 hours of this man for the year. Slime and B, Chris Brown and Young Thug.
Oh my God.
Album. I love that album.
My man was in there. I knew you was gonna throw my man in there.
Yeah, you know that's the bro. He say all my sisters. So that's the bro, you know? Now that album was really elite. I could only imagine if Outside was open and Go Crazy come on, and it would have been a whole vibe. Young Thug, I would have never imagined. Huh?
Take Summer Walker back since she tucked me wasn't in 2020 and put those two.
Yeah, God, sis, redeem yourself.
Let me redeem myself, y'all. I'm gonna put that one up there. All right.
I bet, but yeah, that's my shit. What about you, Kojo?
Well, for me, Julius mentioned it. My order was a little different, obviously, but I went number one, Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher. That was my favorite out of the Griselda camp. I'm a rap fan. I love that it's it's prominent and it's something that you can listen to regularly now. I think Griselda is leading the charge. If not leading the charge, they're part of the leading charge. So I enjoy being able to listen to street rap over like great production. Hit Boy went crazy this year. He blessed Big Sean, he blessed Nas, he blessed Benny. So I was just glad to be able to hear that because Benny to me has always been the best lyricist rapper out of the Griselda crew.
Fact.
Being that Hit Boy is one of my favorite producers, them coming together, it was just a match made in heaven. I loved it. But shout outs to Slime and B though. That's a great pick, I must say. I love that.
Yes. That's
Well, it's no, it's a no-brainer here. You already know how I feel about the rappers. Album of the motherfucking year for 2 straight years. Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo, and Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist Alfredo. The album of the motherfucking year, 2 years in a row. Freddie Gibbs is the best rapper right now out. I don't care what anybody says. Freddie Gibbs is the best rapper out right now. Rapper of the year, rapper of the damn decade right now. Everything he touches is gold. Everything he touches is gold. From top to bottom, one of his best albums. And wow, and he did this during a pandemic, and he's Grammy nominated for Album of the Year. Incredible. Salute this man, Freddie Gibbs.
Let me find out you on payroll, Julius.
Exactly.
Probably, I sound like it. I do sound like it. I do sound like it.
Wraps it up. So, you guys all mentioned this album. My top album of the year is Pop Smoke's Meet the Woo.
Okay.
I love it. I think from front to back, it was an amazing project. And the fact that he did die and they were able to do that, the time frame, just everything to me was executed well. And the album cuts, like stuff that didn't make it on radio like that, the 44 Bulldog, those type of songs, I'm in the gym, I'm running in the park, any song. He had songs for the ladies, he had songs for the men. And I honestly feel like me and Ebony talk about Pop a lot, and she is accurate when she says, he was leading that Brooklyn drill wave. And now that he's not here, I think it was a special treat for us to at least have that after he was gone, still to hold on to it. It was a treat. It was a treat for me. Even the song with Burna Boy and all that, come on, y'all. He did his thing. He did his thing. Everybody that worked on it did their thing.
It's